Today we're going to talk about equations with variables on both sides. This is Chapter 5, Lesson 2 in your textbook. An equation with variables on both sides is exactly how it's described. So we have an equation and there's variables on both sides of that equation. And the nice part about it is that these variables are the same. They're both x values. So what we're going to try to do is get all of my variables over here and get all of my numbers over here, since we can't combine these things because they're unlike terms. So first thing I'll do is let's move all my, let's actually switch this real quick. Let's put all my numbers over here and all my variables over here. So I'll go ahead and move any numbers on this side not attached to a variable. So if I want to get rid of -7, I'm going to add 7 to it, so that cancels out to be 0. Those are gone. We know math is BS, so whatever I do to one side, I need to do to both sides. And it's still positive 12. I still have 2 x's here. And I totally got rid of this 7, so I just have 5x over here. Alright, so all my numbers are over here, the ones that aren't paired with variables. Now I'm going to take my numbers that are paired with variables, and I want to get rid of them and move them all to the other side. So since this is positive 2x, I want to pair that up. That's my little duplex there, so I can get rid of that. 2x minus 2x is 0. And I can do that because they're like terms. Minus 2x on this side also. So 5 apples minus 2 apples is 3 apples, or xylophones, whatever. So I'm going to bring down my positive 12 equals 3x. Now I can actually solve. Divided by 3 to cancel that out. Divided by 3. So 1x, or just x, is equal to 4. So in other words, these two equations that are up here are equal to each other if x is 4. I could prove that really easily. 2 times 4 plus 5, 13. 5 times 4 minus 7, 13. Cool. I solved it right. My equations are equal. You might be thinking, when would we ever use this? You would actually use this a lot to determine the best of two options. Like if you're trying to compare two things, which one's better, or more importantly, you're trying to determine when two options are equal, when they would balance out. This is a good decision-making tool for you to use. So, for example, all right, let's say that you are flying from Chicago to Orlando over Christmas break, all right? You're going to take a little vacation. Now, in either case, if I fly Southwest or if I fly American Airlines, the trip is equal. It's the same distance. Either way, I'm flying from Chicago to Orlando. So I want to find out at how many people would this be equal. So in other words, if I have a family of 3, but somebody else might have a family of 5, and somebody else might have a family of 10. At what point would it still be worth it for me to take either one of these airlines? At what point would they be equal to each other? Could I buy 3 tickets and have it be cheaper here, or have it be cheaper over on the other side? Okay, so Southwest, $207 a ticket, $15 in taxes and fees. So I express that as an equation down here. So per ticket, $207 plus $15 in taxes and fees. Or I could fly American Airlines, and this is $127 per ticket, and then $255 in taxes and fees. We can see the fees are a whole lot greater for American Airlines, and I just put that as an equation down here. My real life connection to this, I can easily think of a family that I know, big family, 2 adults, 5 kids. one of their relatives died, and the dad was trying to figure out who he should go with um, to see how many of his kids could fly to the funeral. Could only one of his kids fly to the funeral? Could three of his kids fly? Could he take his whole family? At what point were these two airlines going to balance out for him? So here's what we can do. Same thing we did before. Let's take and get all of the variables on one side. So I want all my t's over here and all my numbers over here. So let's start moving our numbers. Positive 15, the duplex here, so that's 0. That's gone. They canceled out. So I still have positive 240. Just going to bring down my 127x. Sorry. 2017 minus 240. And then these canceled out, so I'm just left with 207t. Now we have just numbers over here. 240, actually, negative 240 over here. Oh, no, my mistake. That's positive. Sorry. Didn't mean to steer you in the wrong direction there. Please forgive me. Positive 240. All right, we all make mistakes. Now I want to get all my t's to the other side, so I'll go ahead and subtract positive 127t. Duplex cancels out. Subtract 127t over here. I'm left with, looks like 80. 80t equals 240. All right, we should know how to do this. Cancels out. Just plain old t. Cross out my zeros, 8 goes into 24 3 times. So in other words, if I buy 3 tickets, the price for these two airlines is the same. If I were to buy 4 tickets, or 5 tickets, or 6 tickets, or 2 tickets, or 1 ticket, then the prices are going to be different. But at this point here, I know that I could fly either airline and the cost is going to be the exact same. All right, so here's one for you. You can try it out. What I would suggest doing is pause it right now. Look at this problem, write it down, try to solve it. Okay, click pause. Then here's all your work, what it should look like, and here's your final answer. We'll talk about it more on Tuesday.